Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syifa Fauzia Ramadhani and my friend.
My name is Dena Ekarina.
My name is Fal Shamsia.
Today we will present a journal and the title is Why Do the Students Do Disruptive Behavior in English Classroom? A case study on senior high school students in one of the small towns in Indonesia. This journal written by Anida Fadilah Jati, Endang Fauziati, and Agus Wijayanto. And the next material will be delivered by Dena.
Thank you, Shifa. In this time, I'm going to present the abstract and the introduction of this journal. Why do the students do disruptive behavior during the English classroom? Conducive learning is the essential learning English. However, there is one problem that disturbs the learning process situation is the appearance of disruptive behavior. The students' disruptive behavior is an inappropriate behavior conducted by the students during the learning process, which make the learning process is not conducive. There are several factors contribute to the occurrence of this problem. The first is the internal factors consist of feeling boredom, feeling jealous, have a negative perception about English lesson, and also seeking attention. And the external factors consist of fatigue or exhaustion or the influence of media. Next to the introduction, every learning has different situation, classroom, and has various students' characteristics. Students who behave well tend to produce the conducive learning activity, so the learning process runs well, and they will quickly receive and master the learning materials. While the students who make noise and do disruptive behavior, they tend to interfere the learning activity. The disruptive behavior can be occurred at every level of education, especially in senior high school. The main reasons of the disruptive behavior happened in students of senior high school because they are facing the puberty phase that impact on their emotional instability. So this is a challenge for the teacher to control their emotions. To deal with this problem, the teacher can do several ways. According to Leflot, Layer, Onghena, and Calfon 2010, giving the students reinforcement is an effort to deal with the students' disruptive behavior. The teacher focuses on students' attention and increases the productive learning. The reinforcement can be form of giving presents or gesture, teachers' body language, and others. So the learning process will run well without serious. And then the disruptive behavior has three types. The first is the background distractor. Refers to the students who always chooses to sit in the background of the classroom to disturb the other friend. The second is the non-participants. The non-participants is the condition when the students reject to participate in learning process. And the last is the overexcited students is the dominant of students who monopolizes all the classroom activities. And the disruptive behavior also can be like fighting, cheating, disturbing the other friends, moving around, and others. That's all for me about abstract and the introduction, Shifa.
Okay, thank you, Dena. And the next material will be delivered by Farah.
Thank you, Shifa. I would like to explain about the method that used for the research. First, using qualitative research. Qualitative research is a form of inquiry that analyzes information through language and behavior in natural settings. So, the researcher knowing the behavior and language of the students. It is used to capture expressive information of the students. Second, the research used a theoretical sample for non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling does not meet this criterion, and non-probability sampling techniques are not intended to be used to infer from the sample to the general population in statistical terms. The third, there are three stages in the analysis, such as data reduction, data display, and drawing conclusion or verification. Data reduction is the transformation of numerical or alphabetical digital information into a corrected, ordered, and simplified form. The basic concept is the reduction of amounts of data. The second is the data display. Data display visual displays help in the presentation of inferences and conclusions, and represent ways of organizing, summarizing, simplifying, or transforming data. So data display is showing the conclusion of the data. And then the third, drawing conclusion. Drawing conclusion is using information that is implied or inferred to make meaning out of what is not clearly stated. So drawing conclusion or verification is to know the meaning out of what is not clearly stated of what makes the students do that in the class.
Okay, thank you, Pak. And the next material will be delivered by me. I will deliver about finding and discussion. After doing the observation, researchers found several factors that influence students' disruptive behavior in the English class. The first one is boredom. Boredom is a condition when the students are bored and unable to understand the material that delivered by the teacher in the learning process. In English class, boredom happens because the student have limited vocabulary or an inappropriate learning method. And second one is learning difficulties. In learning English, students must have a good motivation because in English, they learn many things like vocabularies, pronunciation, and grammatical, and many more. If they have low motivation, they could be destructive in the class because they will be not understand the material and will be passive in the class. And the third one is attention seeking. Attention seeking often do by the students who wants to be noticed by the teachers or their friend. To be noticed, they can call the teacher's name in a loud voice, or punching the table, or punching their friend, or make it during the learning process. But in fact, they will stop their action if the teacher remind them to stop. And next is fatigue. Fatigue is a widespread problem felt by the students. This hinders students from focusing, paying attention, and understanding the material that given by the teacher in learning process. Fatigue because the students fatigue because the student less ability to manage their time, or the teacher give too much assignment for the student. And the last but not least is the influence of media. Nowadays, many people use media for many things, and in this case is for learning process, which is good. But if media not used wisely, there would be a various problem, and one of them is this problem, which is disruptive students' behavior in English class. They use mobile phone while the learning process without the teacher permission. But in other hand, using media wisely can have many benefits during the learning process, such as to search the information from the internet, or to see the videos lesson from YouTube, and many more. And I think to avoid those problems, the teacher should use an appropriate learning method like cooperative learning, so the student can understand the material and, of course, enjoy the learning process. That's all from me, and the next material and the last material will be delivered by Farah.
Thank you, Shiva. And the last, I would like to tell you the conclusion of this research. The conclusion is destructive behavior is a major problem that cannot be taken lightly. Means this problem is cannot be taken lightly, and teacher should know how to solve it. Students who make a noise and disturb their friends during the English class turn the learning situation is not conducive. Students who have destructive behavior will disturb their friends and also the teacher. Based of the result of this study, the cause of this destructive behavior are: first, boredom; second, the influence of media; third, fatigue; fourth, attention seeking; and last, students' learning difficulties.
Okay, I think that's all for our presentation today. We're really sorry if we make a lot of mistakes. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I can fly the sky. Never gonna stay.